Hi there, welcome to our short video series. We're working our way through Mike McDonough's book, The Employer's Guide to Workers' Compensation, which is, by the way, available as a free download at CRMBC.com. And in this book, Mike, you share 70 tips for increasing your profit and reducing your cost by managing your workers' comp program. Today, we're going to talk about the cost of not enforcing your employee handbook. Talk to us a little bit about the cost of not having an employee handbook at all, and then the cost of not enforcing that when it comes to workers' comp.
Thank you. This is one of my favorite topics because it has a direct impact on the bottom line, and it affects so many things within a business. So what I have discovered over the years is when I meet new employers, I don't look at their loss runs right away. I don't look at their premiums. What I want to know is I want to see what kind of organization am I working with. So I'll ask to see the employee handbook. And in reviewing the handbook, I'm not an HR expert and I'm not a labor attorney. I'm looking to see what do they have in there. Do they have a disciplinary program? Do they have a return to work program? Do they have no texting policies? Do they have a no substance abuse policy? I'm looking for all these things to see if they have deterrence from reducing work injuries and potentially catastrophic work injuries. And so I will then look at their loss runs and I'll look at the claims and I'll say, well, tell me about this. Oh, that was so-and-so and he or she was terminated, 6 months ago, and they retaliated, and they've been an employee for 10 years, and this and that. So what we find out that organizations, number one is they hang on to employees too long. They hang on to bad employees. So I have a philosophy: hire slow and fire fast. And I don't mean just terminate. I mean go through the proper channels. But ultimately, if you don't enforce your handbook. And so if you're at a construction site or a restaurant or wherever, and you see an employee working unsafe, and I've seen busboys up on a table changing a light bulb, not using a ladder, right? And that happened when I was at a restaurant, one of my clients. And so I just, said, hey, what's with this? And they're like, yeah, he shouldn't be doing that. So, but did they write him up? No, right? And so those are the things that happen. So he thinks that that's an acceptable behavior. So anytime he changes the light bulb, he's just going to get on the table. Eventually, that table is going to be weak. He's going to fall. He could have a head injury. He could break his shoulder, whatever. So we've had situations where the supervisor knew the business inside and out, but was so toxic that what it was doing, it was causing all the other employees to file retaliation claims. There was a lot of sick leave being used. There was a lot of absenteeism, people calling in sick because they didn't want to be around this toxicity. And the employer didn't acknowledge what was going on. And that's what the culprit of all the work comp claims were. So when they had a mod of 200 and they cleaned things up and got rid of the bad employees, that's where they saw the savings in the company. But it's about going in, changing the culture, but it starts with the handbook. And I find that all the employers that don't enforce their handbook are paying the most in workers' comp.
I agree with you. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for your time today, and we'll see you on the next short video.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Thanks.